After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Finally. Real Metal Gear Solid. Been a while, huh? Kept you waiting, one might say.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching Soviet airspace.
Wow, 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 wow. Look at these dials. Look at these graphics.
Internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
Super sensitive.
You ready to go? Drop zone still showing a high
Can't
pressure mass.
move it either.
Cab okay.
I can just zoom
High
in.
visibility.
Try not to press that too much. I hope my audio sounded good also.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf? He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Stream's looking good. On my phone.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
God, I love this game so fucking much.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be
Shinkawa!
miles per hour.
Let's go!
Get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model. This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spread your wings and fly. God be with you.
Metal Gear.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
Virtual
No,
mission.
the virtuous mission. The future of our
Virtuous
Fox
mission.
unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the
Damn,
OK
OBS is kind of way better than
design
Streamlabs, huh?
one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
0 drop frames so far.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The
Sokolov.
very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket.
Stock
Sokolov
it,
is said to
if
be
you
the man
will.
most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in
Not
Cuba.
the Kennedys.
The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so
Gotta
the
take this
world
hoodie
avoided
off.
a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their
Schwarm in
missiles
here.
out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my side.
Oh.
Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Imagine being born in a place called Selino-Yarsk. Do you think he'd turn out okay?
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
You can look. You can see.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major
Man.
crisis.
PS2 is just such a special time for gaming.
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point.
Why are there two subtitles?
Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface to air
Why is there two of
recovery
everything?
system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
That's kind of weird.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the
Like
fuel
that
in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast.
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Gotta wait for subtitles now. My tiny phone screen. Oh no, my bag. No riding mask as much as I love MGS2.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other.
Looks good on my phone, so I
Your
don't know.
code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be
Snake
referring to you as
Snake.
Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be
Major,
Tom.
Major.
Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no
Sick
trace of your
chaotic
presence.
reference, bro.
Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I liked snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No.
Completely
There's a
snake.
good reason for
just
that.
as the
I'll
name
tell you later when the
implies.
time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem.
Is your
I can
backpack
see it from
refrigerator
here.
running?
It's stuck on a branch.
Well, you better go get it down.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Ah, Metal Gear. I read there's supposed to be a frog up here. Oh, there he is. Cute. Ah, the action button that allows me to scale trees.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake.
Correct.
To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission.
Use the survival
After you've been out in
viewer
the field for a while,
backpack.
your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia.
Can't really
It could
control
spark
cameras in
an
games
international
anymore.
incident.
That was a big thing on the
Can't let
PS2.
anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured.
Ghost Snake.
The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit. A group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
So Arctic Ocean.
Your mission is to
Submarine
retrieve
radio.
Dr. Sokolov.
Nothing fancy.
Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
But I need to get that frog. That's a good noise. Aiming felt a little weird. It was actually the second Metal Gear game I played. I played it after playing 4. And I played the entire series in backwards order from there. That is to say, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great way to experience the series. But you wouldn't expect it. There he is. Yeah. This next one is past the swamp. All's calm. Oh yeah. Now we're in the woods. That did big damage. Did I get that for getting a 0 camo index? Hello. Leave me alone. Mark 22 suppressor. Hello, hello. Oh. Is that a little fruit? A little fruit for me? Little snake? Little snake snack? Snake H. Let's see. Pass the swamp on a healthier rate. There should be another frog up here. There he is. Damn, this game is so green. That stupid noise. Let's do some codex.
Camouflage is an indispensable tool when you're sneaking through the jungle. To use camouflage, first press the start button to go to the survival viewer. Then select camouflage and press the enter button. Select uniform to select battle fatigues, and face to select face paint. Choose battle fatigues that match the surrounding environment. The most effective camouflage is attained by selecting fatigues that blend in with the environment. Camouflage patterns that stand out in your surroundings will attract attention.
I see you caught yourself a reticulated python. The reticulated python is said to be the longest snake in the world. The biggest ones can grow up to 10 meters in length. Although they're not poisonous, they're still very dangerous, so be careful around them. They have a highly ferocious temperament, and they can swallow whole, even large animals like deer and pigs. Their most distinguishing feature is the mesh pattern of their scales. This pattern acts as a highly effective natural camouflage. If you think there might be a reticulated python about, pay close attention to your surroundings. Otherwise, you could get bitten before you even know it's there.
How's the taste?
Right. But how do they taste?
Huh?
Do they taste good?
You're actually going to eat one.
Why else would I be asking?
Cannibal.
What was that?
Nothing. Let's see what the guide says. Ah, you're in luck. It says they taste pretty good.
Good. I can hardly wait.
Looks like you found a Golova.
Golova?
Yeah, it's a fruit that's found only in that region. It's related to the jackfruit, which is commonly found in Southeast Asia.
Jackfruit, huh?
Yep, he's a cannibal.
Huh?
I didn't say anything.
No, I'm sure you...
I said, I'm sure you'd like it.
Oh.
Golova means head in Russian. It's probably called that because the fruit grows to about the size of a human head. It's supposedly pretty good to eat with a uniquely sweet flavor. The fruit itself is fairly large, so you could make a meal out of it. Golovas grow directly off the trunk of the tree. If you're running low on stamina, it might be a good idea to keep an eye on the tree trunks.
Sokolov should be at the abandoned factory to the north, so head in that direction. Snake, intelligence indicates that that area is outside the enemy's cordon, so you shouldn't have any unexpected encounters with enemy patrols. I think it will be a good idea to take this time to get accustomed to using your camouflage, hunting for food, and navigating the survival viewer. If you have any questions about camouflage or CQC, ask the boss. Paramedic is the medical correspondent for this mission. Ask her about hunting for food and medical treatment. Also, she has documents detailing flora and fauna in the operation locale. Contact her if you need detailed information on any of the plants and animals in your area.
That area is inhabited by Indian gavials. The Indian gavial is a crocodile that originally lived in freshwater regions in India and Nepal.
Why are Indian crocodiles way out here?
They're captive crocodiles that were brought here for research purposes but escaped and became wild again. Indian gavials are large creatures. Adult males grow to over 6 meters in length. You'll never catch one alive, even if you use the tranquilizer gun.
Got it. So, how do they...
Taste? Yes, I did look into that. You know what they always say. Tastes like chicken.
Sounds delicious.
But be careful when capturing an Indian gavial. Normally they're cowardly creatures, but the ones in the forest there are belligerent. Apparently they attack humans.
What do you mean?
They weren't the direct subject of any serious research, but some think they may have become violent as a side effect of the atomic research that was conducted nearby.
It was the bomb that did it to them.
Saving the game, Snake?
Tell me about Godzilla. Tell me about how in 50 years he'll have his 50th birthday.
Hey, Snake?
Yes.
You ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
Yes!
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
It's
You
true.
sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know.
The only thing I'm
When the
watching is
going
my
gets tough,
waist.
Movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun. Do you want to save? Okay, good luck, Snake.
Thanks.
You want to save? Chin up.
I'll be in touch.
Ooh. What are the healing radios? I'll look that up. Oh, there are a lot more than I realized. Huh. Let's see. Oh. Serenity now! Anyway, I don't want to get, 2 copyrights struck. Yo! That's fun. Oh, he's like, that's cute. Alright, what's the next one? Yeah. This is the best song. I love it so goddamn much. I have really funny memories of this playing in Metal Gear Solid 4 on the iPod, while just tons of people are getting shot and screaming for their lives. I know that makes me sound like a psychopath, but... you know. It's just really, really funny contrast. So good. What a good song. Alright, next one is 143.32. That's a good one. All the S ones. They got panache. Next one is 1.44, or sorry, 144.86. Oh. The Chunk Raspberry? It's kind of good, actually. Alright, next one is 145.83. Perfect. Hell yeah. Is that the salty catfish? Lord. Really excited for this part of the VOD to just get muted. Now I got 146.65. Oh. A lot of these songs really just sound like SpongeBob background music. You know what I mean? I guess that's just how the 60s are. Or 70s? That's the 70s are. Where is it? 68? I feel like 68 is when this game takes place. Ooh, okay. Are we jamming? Alright, what we got next? We got... as well as all the different difficulties have different numbers for the stations. I don't know why, but that's kind of cool. 148.39. It's gonna be a surfing summer after all. Okay, okay. Ooh. Now we're talking. Now it's Bebop. Cowboy Bebop, I mean to say. It's just all the S ones. They're all bangers. Alright, last one, I believe, is Pillow Talk 1.48 point. Sorry, 148.96. That's cute.
You want to save? Hold on a sec.
How much time do we waste doing that? 10 minutes?
Snake, do you know the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Let's fucking go.
Never heard of it.
These scientists are investigating a place deep in the Amazon called the Black Lagoon, and they get picked off one after the other by this fishman thing.
I'm in a
And there was
lagoon.
the scene when the heroine is going for a swim, and the creature sneaks up on her from underwater. Oh, I thought my heart was going to stop. I mean, of course, the 3D effects in It Came from Outer Space were a lot more intense, but
It wouldn't be referring to you coming from outer space, would it?
how rude! Why do you say that?
Because no one on Earth could be as charming as you.
Fine, I'll just
Aw.
get to the point, Snake. Be careful of what's around you when you're in the water. Just imagining you swimming in those jungle rivers makes me think of you being attacked by a fishman.
I appreciate the concern.
Fishmen aren't the only things that'll attack you in the water. Really be careful out there.
Okay.
And don't be attacking any pretty girls going for a swim, either.
Are you calling me a fish man?
You started it.
Ooh.
Snake, intelligence indicates that that area is outside the enemy's cordon.
I already heard that.
Visibility is poor in the jungle, so you'll be finding yourself in a lot of unexpected encounters. Naturally, this means that close quarters combat will be more important than ever.
So I'll have plenty of chances to use CQC then.
That's right. In proximity encounters, firing a gun isn't necessarily the best response to every situation. It's only one option among many. Rather than taking the time to draw, aim, and fire a gun, engaging your opponent in hand-to-hand combat can sometimes be a faster and more reliable way of subduing him. Besides, in a sneaking mission like this one, it's too dangerous to go around firing your gun. You'll end up revealing yourself to the enemy.
Yeah, I know. You created CQC to deal with exactly this type of situation.
With your help, of course. In a battle situation, you'll only have a split second to decide how to attack. Use the weapon button to attack using a weapon, and the CQC button to attack using CQC. Press the CQC button once to throw a punch. Pressing it multiple times in succession will allow you to deliver a combo attack. But striking your opponent is just one aspect of CQC. It doesn't really start to shine until you've got your enemy in a hold. Press and hold down the CQC button to grab your opponent with your right hand. From there, you can use the left stick to knock your opponent off balance and throw him to the ground. This can be used to knock an opponent out in a single blow. If you don't press the left stick, grapple with your enemy until you're behind them and can get your knife to their throat. Grabbing an enemy from behind and holding your knife against his throat will render him virtually powerless. From this point, there are several things you can do.
Why is this audio
By
recording worse?
double-clicking the left stick button, you can slit his throat by using your knife. Move the left stick and press the CQC button to throw the enemy to the ground. Tap the CQC button rapidly to choke the enemy. You can use this to knock him out or even kill him if you do it long enough. By continuing to hold down the CQC button, you can move around while keeping your grip on the enemy. By pressing the weapon button, you can aim your currently equipped weapon at another enemy. With their comrade acting as a human shield, the enemy will be reluctant to attack you. Press the left stick button to press your knife against the enemy and demand information. You'll be surprised at how much you can learn this way. But don't get too complacent. While your enemy may be powerless in your grip, he'll use any opportunity he can to counterattack.
Gonna be surfing summer.
You can only use CQC to grab enemies when your right hand is free to grab and pull them toward you. In other words, when you're barehanded or equipped with a one-handed weapon like a survival knife or a handgun.
It's been like 10 years since
You
I
won't be able to
played
grab
this
hold of
game
enemies
slash
when
beat
equipped
this
with
game
two-handed weapons,
for the first and
such
last
as
time.
The assault rifle or weapons such as hand grenades that don't leave your right hand.
Well, I played a
free to
little bit
control
since,
the
but
enemy.
So
I've only
in
ever
other
beaten it
words,
once.
I can't throw enemies with CQC when I'm holding an assault rifle or a hand grenade.
Exactly. Don't forget it.
I'm gonna pee quickly, actually, so have some sea breeze. It's actually so perfect for taking breaks. It's kind of hilarious. Another successful bathroom trip. Sorry if you were jamming out.
The gauge below your life gauge is your stamina gauge.
Oh,
It shows, as the name suggests, your remaining stamina.
that's a little
As you
wonky.
consume stamina, your natural life regeneration is slowed and your hands shake more. Your O2 gauge and grip gauge also become shorter. Excessively low stamina can often impede your mission objectives. Make sure you replenish stamina before that occurs.
Alright, you could probably start playing the game again now. Shit. It's go time now.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from Survival Viewer.
It all makes so
The
much
uniform
sense.
option lets you pick your uniform, while the face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage
The uniform
that blends
is for
in with your
uniform, and the
surroundings will help you
face.
conceal yourself
Paint
more
face.
effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Oh, shit, did I miss one of the R1 prompts already? I think I might have. Can this thing zoom in? Let's go. I'm so good at this game. Bug juice. Yummy. So the next one is on top of a hollowed out log. Next to one of the walls, I think. Assuming this is... Hold on. Dremuchij North. Yeah. Oh, it's a handy little map to have. What'd you drop? Okay. We take those. Hello, beautiful. Dragunov sniper rifle. Cage. Forgot you get cages. Is it a weapon? Sanity personnel sonar. Active sonar. Motion detector. Binocs. Cigar. Rival pill. Fake death pill. Oh, right. I can only capture 3 at a time. And they're all reticulated pythons, huh? Might as well eat one of them. Ah! I'm still in a dream. Log next to a wall. Ooh. Now I can hunt alligator. Oh.
What's wrong?
There we go. Ooh. Startled me. I'm gonna need a new suppressor soon. Smoke grenade. Cool. Can I climb up you? Ooh, mushroom. Ah, man. Forgot how much I love how this game feels. It seems like it would be so much clunkier than it is, but it all just kind of works in a beautiful way. Oh, there he is. %90 camo. What do you do? Oh, birds. Did I spook them? Any more birds? I would like to catch a bird, please. Do I have like some way of looking at infrared? Detects animals. Oh. Right. Press L3 to emit waves. Do I have to be standing? How do I activate it? Oh, it looks like it doesn't matter too much. So many reticulated pythons. Cluttering up my cages. That's tasty! God, I love Snake. God, I love David Hayter. Bird D. Oh, there we go. Thermal goggles. That'll make bird hunting easier. Alright. I gotta... What do I not want here? I guess we can keep it all for now. It's still hard to see these birds. How does the magpie taste? But it's got pie in the name. Bird D. Is it called Bird D though? Alright, what does Paramedic have to say about us eating a magpie?
I see you've captured a magpie. Magpies are members of the crow family. They're distinguishable by their beautiful dark blue and white bodies and their long tails.
Oh.
Their favorite food is insects, but they'll also eat small fish, acorns, and fruit. They're omnivores, which means...
They'll eat anything.
Right, just like you, huh? They taste... Well, you should know since you've already eaten one.
Yeah, it didn't taste all that great.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, no kidding.
Snake?
What?
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, really? I didn't notice.
These two got such good banter. I love them so
I
much.
see you found some Siberian inkcap mushrooms.
I forgot I found those.
The Siberian inkcap is a mushroom from the inkcap family. Its life cycle is transitory. As soon as the spores mature, the cap starts to turn black, liquefy, and melt away.
And that's why they call it an ink cap?
That's right. It doesn't really turn to liquid, but you get the idea. In its immature state, before it melts away, it's valued as a source of food. Just be sure not to eat them while you're drinking alcohol.
Why's that?
Ink caps contain coprin, which inhibits the function of aldehyde dehydrogenase.
Does it ever?
This prevents the body from breaking down alcohol, causing a buildup of acetaldehyde.
Meaning?
Meaning it will give you the hangover from hell.
Oh. Wait a minute.
What?
You think I'd drink alcohol in the middle of a mission?
Wouldn't you?
Hell no.
Well, I'm knocking a shot back now.
What?
Just teasing you.
What?
Oh, come on. Where's your sense of humor?
I need a drink.
I see you have a calorie mate.
Calorie mate.
All the
thing you're
geishas
holding
eat
now?
them.
Oh, the little block that looks like a cookie?
Try it, it's pretty good.
Okay. But what is this thing? Never seen anything like it.
Calorie Mate is an energy
I had the
supplement that
opportunity
contains
to
all
buy
the
Calorie
proteins,
Mate
lipids,
before, and I
vitamins,
didn't,
carbohydrates,
and I regret it
minerals needed for a
deeply.
balanced diet. It's a well-balanced food. Because of that, it's just perfect for giving your body the nutrition it needs in combat.
It sounds like a space-age food.
Real astronaut food is not very good, but that should taste fine.
Yeah, and it'll help balance out all this jungle food I'm eating.
It's easy and quick to eat, so it's perfect when you're running late for an important mission in the morning.
I've never been late for a mission.
Really? Aren't you always keeping people waiting?
Kept you waiting, huh?
It's easy to keep track of your calorie intake and receive the nutrition your body needs, so it's good for losing weight, too. All of the geisha girls in Japan use it for watching their calories.
All
Is
of
that
them.
why they're all so slim?
Right. And any diet where you eat nothing at all is bad for the body.
Nothing at
I
all.
see. You
Nothing at
seem
all.
to know a lot about Japan, don't
Nothing at all.
Yes, I love Japan.
Nippon daisuki.
Eat food to recover stamina. Capture plants and animals to get food. I have information on the local plants and animals, so don't hesitate to ask.
Thanks, Sony. Let me just... Are you sure, Sony?
Do you want to save?
Just in case.
Snake, Have you heard of It Came from Outer Space?
Let's fucking go.
You told me already.
So this astronomer sees a meteor, but it's really an alien spaceship, right? And the aliens start replacing the townspeople with clones and forcing them to help repair the ship. The 3D effects were quite realistic.
I've got all the real I can handle here in the jungle.
No, you don't get it. Precisely because it's realistic, with the images jumping out of the screen at you. It makes for a nice escape from reality. I have to admit it made my eyes tired, but it was really intense. Unfortunately, they don't make very many of those movies anymore.
When did it come out?
I was still in college, so probably about 10 years ago.
Guess I'm out of luck then.
You know, they're coming out with household versions of video cassette recorders. One day you'll be able to see old movies anytime you want. It'll be like having a movie theater in your own home.
Really?
It's like if you had a record with movie film etched onto it instead of music. It'll work the same way.
You're kidding.
No, really. And someday they might make movies where you control the characters yourself.
Sounds like magic.
It'll happen. Make sure you stay alive. I see it, Snake.
This is the Kojima's dialogue in the entire game. Do they have anything else today?
Snake, that area is inhabited by the giant anaconda.
Oh.
The giant anaconda is believed to be the largest snake in the world in terms of weight and diameter. It's not poisonous, but its large size makes it extremely powerful. They say it even eats crocodiles. Its only natural predator is man.
And Snake.
And Snake.
I'm still
The giant anaconda is a very large snake, but you should be able to capture it alive using the tranquilizer gun.
Got it. So how does it taste?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Glad I didn't disappoint you. So,
Well, the guide says it tastes all right.
good. I'll have to try some.
good. Anything else in the
To
area?
take a rest, all you have to do is save and exit the game. The next time you load your save data and continue the game, your stamina
I
level
forgot
will
about
recover.
that.
How much they recover depends on how long of a rest you take.
So the longer I rest, the more I'll recover.
I love that
That's
about this
right.
game.
If you're so exhausted
shit
that you
like
don't
that.
even have the strength to find food, save the game and take a rest and you'll be back on your feet.
I hope that never happens.
So do I. But you never know. Just don't forget, okay?
I won't.
That's all you
to
gotta
eat
say.
food, press the start button to...
Yeah, that's fine. I should probably talk to the boss.
I see you're wearing the leaf pattern camouflage. The leaf pattern was developed to provide cover in forest environments. The U.S. military isn't the only one using it. Countries that anticipate operating in forest environments are developing various types of patterns, each suited to the vegetation
real
of the
woman of
particular
mystery.
region. The Soviets and the Eastern European countries all use their own unique patterns. Leaf pattern camo will give you an especially low profile in areas of thick vegetation.
I've noticed.
Snake, I recommend against leaving the bodies of your victims lying around. If the enemy spots a fallen comrade, they'll realize that they've been infiltrated and strengthen their guard. When you kill an enemy, hide the body in the grass or at some other location where it won't be spotted. Stand near a fallen enemy and press the weapon button with no weapon equipped to grab the body. Hold the weapon button
body.
and move to drag the body. Release the
Body.
weapon button to put the body down.
Body. Alright, where's that fucking frog at? Mushroom Sea. Is it new?
Snake, that area should be inhabited by tree frogs.
Ooh.
The tree frog is a green frog that's found throughout Asia. It's
Asia.
arboreal, spending most of its time in shrubs and bushes. Use the tranquilizer gun to catch one alive. I bet you could scare an
I say
enemy good if you toss one at him. But the tree frogs that live in that jungle are a lot bigger than ordinary tree frogs.
They've got an appetite, huh?
You've got a one-track mind, don't you? But seriously, that is one theory. However, there are people who think it's a mutation caused by nuclear testing and waste from the research facility.
Do you think they're safe to eat?
Is that all you ever think about?
What else is there?
Lots.
Like what?
Like why a frog would get so big in the first place. Whether it's a temporary phenomenon created by a unique environment, or a permanent mark of evolution, or a product of the toxic waste coming out of the research facility. If it is the waste that's causing it, then it means humans are interfering with the ecosystem. It really makes you think about the changing relationship between...
This isn't interesting.
Oh, fine. Be that way.
So, how about it?
You mean, is it edible?
Yeah,
Well, I guess it's probably okay.
Goddamn, I love Big Boss.
probably.
I don't know. The guide doesn't say anything.
Pretty
I mean,
useless guy, if
Naked
you ask
Snake.
me.
Well,
Shut
try one for dinner and you can help improve it.
Paramedic.
What's up?
Are you a medic or a doctor?
I'm a well-respected physician. Or I was until I joined the CIA.
How is your reputation?
My what?
Your reputation.
Oh, that.
How was it?
Why? Don't you trust me?
That's not what I meant.
Fine then.
So,
So what?
your reputation, how was it?
My, you're relentless.
Hey, I'm a snake. So,
My reputation was spotless. I'm highly skilled, patient, and good-looking to boot. Everybody wanted to see me. What else would you expect? No, seriously.
Incidentally, her nickname back then was Quack.
Major.
is that true?
Is what true?
About your nickname.
No. Well, maybe a few people did call me that.
So you were a
She's from
quack.
Boston.
No. Well, yes and no. I mean, in a sense I was, but then again I wasn't.
Snake, her skills as a doctor are beyond reproach. You have my word on that.
Yes, that's exactly what I was trying to say, Snake.
Then why did they call her Quack?
It's because she...
Never mind that. It doesn't matter. We've got a job to do and we have to stay focused. Besides, my past doesn't have anything to do with the mission and...
Because she never shuts up.
Yes, that's it.
No, that's not it. Snake, tell him that's not true. Say something.
I better get back to the mission.
Yes, you do that.
Just a minute. Snake, don't you hang up on me.
Snake Eater. Oh, he just climbs down automatically. There's gotta be something I'm missing up here, though. Oh, it's this fruit. Just got a funny idea. Ah, fuck. There we go.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Someone was still up.
HQ respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We're under enemy fire. Enemy's position is unknown.
Shit.
Information.
I swear, they must have spawned that guy. I need to find a better guide. These fucking
Snake, do you see any
locations.
tufts of grass?
Yeah,
What kind of grass?
just ordinary grass. Nothing special.
You should check it anyhow.
It's pretty thick grass, about waist high.
If you crawl into the grass, you can advance undercover. When you do, the camera automatically switches to intrusion view. If you want to stand up again, press and hold the
There
crawl
we go.
button once more.
Eastern
If
was
you
part
press
of
the
a
crawl
large clearing
button
to the
briefly,
northeast.
you'll crouch in that spot. This allows you to observe things without blowing your cover. Got it?
Yeah, but
But what?
was that the only reason?
What do you mean?
You had me check it just so you could tell me that?
That's right. Pretty useful, huh?
Right.
Shall we carry on?
By all means.
Even when hidden in grass, if you make a noise, your enemies will locate you. When enemies are nearby, move with slight movements of the left stick. That way, you can proceed with minimal disturbance.
The gun you're using is a test model of a suppressor-equipped pistol currently in development by the Navy that's been modified by the CIA into a tranquilizer gun. The suppressor-equipped pistol it's derived from is itself being developed for use by special forces based on the M39.
The Mark 22.
That's what they're going to call it if they decide to adopt it for official use. It uses a slide lock mechanism that will keep the firing sound down to a minimum.
But I'll have to reload it by hand every time I fire, right?
Right. You won't be able to fire multiple shots at once, so make every shot count. Aim for the enemy's vital spots. There's talk of designing the Mark 22 to accommodate special subsonic rounds, but for this mission, you'll be using specifically designed tranquilizer rounds. In a way, these tranquilizer rounds are like miniature syringes. When one of them strikes a target,
This is good
the
talking
impact
music.
causes a needle contained within to shoot out. At the same time, chemicals inside the round are mixed to create a gas, which pushes the plunger and injects the tranquilizer into the target. You can knock out an enemy immediately by shooting them in the head, but if you shoot them in the arm or leg, the tranquilizing agent will take some time to set in. Aim carefully. You're wearing the Woodland face paint, I see. The Woodland face paint is designed for use in forests. It'll give you a high level of camouflage in a wooded environment. Try using woodland paint when you're traveling through the forest.
Oh.
Normally, you would ask a fellow soldier how well your camouflage is working. But this is a solo sneaking mission, so nobody out there is on your side. You have to determine how well your camouflage is working by yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry, that's what the camo index is for. The camo index tells you how well you've imitated the surroundings.
How does it work?
The higher the index, the more well disguised you are. With a high enough camo index, you can even fool enemies inches away. If you are in an area where encounters are a high concern, keep your camo index high. Got it?
She. How did you miss your friend? That guy's up again. I can probably ignore him, but... Shit, who asked that? Oh, go down.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Shit, my suppressors. Oh, that's not good.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Fuck. This is a nightmare.
What's wrong?
Damn it.
What's wrong?
Yes. Okay. So it should be on top of a hollowed out tree stump in the easternmost part of the large clearing to the northeast. This one? There he is. Oh, you little shit. Also, I noticed a fruit here that I want to get.
I see you found a Yabloko Maloko.
She goddamn right I did.
Diablo, what now?
Yabloko Maloko. It's a Russian name that roughly translates as milk apple. It's a type of star apple. The juice is thick and sweet, like milk, hence the name. And if you cut one in half lengthwise, you'll see a star-shaped ring radiating out from the center.
Hence the star apple.
Right. The star-shaped part has a gelatinous texture and is said to be especially tasty.
Sounds useful.
You're welcome.
For once.
Did you say something?
No, back to the mission.
Need to remember to do that. As soon as the cutscene goes on, gotta just press R1. Okay, real quick. On top of the pole connecting the bridge closest to you, to the left. In this area. Yeah, there he is. I can see it from here. Are you Beehive?
Huh? I hear something.
No. You're the Beehive.
Huh?
Ointment.
Sokolov should be at the abandoned factory to the north, so head in that direction.
This is a solo sneaking mission. There's no one out there to support you. You'll need to be more than just a soldier. You'll have to be a medic, a pilot, and even a cook.
Bye, Kevin.
You don't need to remind me.
I'm glad to hear that.
Glad to hear what?
That you
Roommate's
haven't
got a
changed
party.
bit. The truth is, you're nervous, aren't you?
I'm
Jesus
not
Christ,
nervous.
I'm so
There's no
nervous
need to
right
be
now.
embarrassed. No one's ever attempted a mission like this before. In fact, you might say that getting nervous is the natural way to react. Relax. That's why you have the survival viewer. The survival viewer contains everything you'll need to stay alive in the field. Use camouflage to change your camouflage, backpack to select a weapon, food to eat, and cure to heal yourself.
Physician.
The map option lets you view the map, and the options function lets you change the settings to suit your individual style. The survival viewer is going to be your best friend in this mission, so learn to make the most of it.
But how does it taste?
I see you've got yourself a Baltic hornet's nest. Baltic hornets are a variety of hornets that inhabit that area. The difference between them and other hornets is that they produce honey in their nests. Inside the nest are larvae, pupa, and adults. You can eat them all. In particular, the honey you find inside the nest is delicious and full of nutrients. It's easy to digest and helps pep you up when you're feeling tired.
I'm still
It's the perfect
eating
survival
bees. Bee
Honey can also be used as a
eater.
burn ointment. When honey is applied to a burn, it creates a protective coating over the skin. When you knock down a hornet's nest, a burn ointment will appear along with it, so don't forget to pick it up.
Amazing.
Of course, the hornets aren't going to give up their nest without a fight. If you knock a nest down, a large swarm of hornets will come flying out, so be careful. Snake, that area should be in...
Choose battle fatigues that match the surrounding environment. The most
God, I need a suppressor. A lot of mushrooms. Oh, I don't need to hear the mushrooms. Kind of badass. Gonna assume I'm home free on this patrol. Oh, jeez. XM16E1. What do you look like? Oh, it's just an assault rifle. Okay. Oh, he doesn't like them. Let me save real quick.
Do you want to save?
Yes. I'm still
Snake, have you ever seen Forbidden Planet?
gonna save,
No, can't say I have.
save
It's about this
Eden.
expedition that goes to the planet Altair 4 in an ultra-fast spaceship.
Mas
When
está
they
aí
arrive, they meet the
eliminado.
survivor of the last expedition, Dr. Morbius. Dr. Morbius was exploring the planet along with his daughter
Morbius?
Altera and the versatile Robbie the robot.
Morbin?
Ignoring the
The
doctor's
morphogenetic
warnings,
fields?
the expedition team is suddenly attacked by an invisible creature
shit.
called the Monster from the Id. The special effects they use for the science stuff were really neat. I wish I had a robot like
Monster
Robbie
from
that
the
could
Id is
do
actually
anything
kind
I
of a
wanted to
fucking
do.
cool ass name.
I'm more interested in that invisible monster. If I were invisible, I wouldn't have to bother hiding or wearing camouflage.
Maybe someday you'll be able to turn invisible.
Yeah, that'll be the day.
Foreshadowing.
Saving the game, Snake?
Oh, no.
Take
I will. Be back in a little bit. Grab some cold pasta from the fridge. That's good eating music. was a lot hungrier than I realized. So the next frog is through a hole in the west side of the north wall of the factory, near the stairs. Look through the hole to see the Keraton. Oh yeah. Oh shit. Well, that's not good. A better camo. I do. I have much better camo.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump.
Oh.
I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Aw.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Oh. One annoying thing about the PS4 controller is that the instinct is always to just press the big giant trackpad instead of the tiny options button. What does the boss have to say about DPM? Oh.
That area is home to the Sunda whistling thrush. The Sunda whistling thrush is a bird native to Java and Sumatra. It's distinguished by its large blue body and long beak. It really stands out in the forest. If you're aiming to catch one alive, use the tranquilizer gun.
Got it. So...
How does it taste?
yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know.
The guide doesn't say. I guess there's no reason you couldn't eat them.
Oh, I see.
But it's nice and plump, so I'm sure it'd make a hearty meal.
That's a good point.
His enthusiasm gets me sometimes.
If you have any questions about stamina or healing, just ask me. I'll tell you everything you need to know. It'll have to be over the radio, though.
So you won't be able to see me naked then?
Yeah, I'm devastated. But I'll bet that 50 years from now, you'll be able to see who you're talking to on the radio.
What?
I'll be retired from active duty by then.
I don't know. Somebody somewhere might just decide to give you a call.
Wouldn't surprise me. Let's both pray that never happens.
Snake, Sokolov is imprisoned in the northeast area of the factory.
Got it. To the northeast.
Yes, and don't engage the enemy. The object of this mission is to bring Sokolov back safely and nothing more. Contact Sokolov without being spotted by the enemy and bring him out discreetly. If you must dispose of an enemy, do it with the tranquilizer gun.
Wondering if this is a horrible idea. No, no one noticed. Just my imagination. Oh, that's a really bad camo index. Surprisingly not, like, super auditory. I really don't get how to use the sonar. 35%. Damn, that's pretty good. Excuse me? There we go. Is that a new snake? I think it might have been. No, they're reticulated python. Alright. Ton of rats in there. Yummy, yummy rats for dinner. I can turn that off for now. So let me triple check something. Through a hole on the west side of the north wall of the factory. Near the stairs. Look through a hole.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We're under fire. Enemy position unknown. Alert status.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Miss my silencer so much.
What's wrong?
I should probably change my camouflage. No, no really good options.
What's wrong?
These guys are just gonna keep saying what's wrong and extending caution, aren't they? Ugh. Yummy, yummy mushrooms for Snake. Oh, look at that map again. Through a hole on the west side of the north wall of the factory. Near the stairs. Shit.
What the?
Not really made me scared. I'm gonna find a guide with pictures. Okay. So according to this, it's like outside of the fence. Just above like that corner in the middle of that northwest part of the wall. Oh, I see it. Right fucking there. Time to save again just in case.
I see you caught yourself a rat.
I didn't eat it yet.
The rats
Shit.
in that area are the descendants of wild Norway rats that were domesticated by humans as pets and lab animals. They're not poisonous, and I don't think they'll attack you, but they're quick little creatures, so you might have a hard time catching one.
So how do they taste?
How are they?
Snake,
What?
they're rats.
I know what they are. Do they taste okay?
The guide says they're not that bad.
Good enough for me.
Ugh.
Sorry about that. Rat flavored.
This is HQ.
For real?
What's going on?
Ugh. First alert status too. Oh, I guess my get all frogs challenge definitely can't be my don't get caught challenge anyway. They do just be standing out there. Wonder if the mage is upset.
Snake, as I said before, this mission is only to bring Sokolov back safely. You must not put Sokolov in danger. You're not allowed to contact him during the alert phase. Period.
Major, I had to shoot a frog. You need to understand.
Snake, Sokolov is imprisoned in the northeast area of the factory.
Tasty morsel.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
How do you know? Not even a suppressor sucks so much. God! Ah! Fuck me. I have 4 of them. Ah! Shit! Well, there we go. God fucking damn it. That's so funny. Pew! Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer the promotion of your channel viewers, followers, chatbots, etc. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Flexible and convenient. Order management panel, chat panel, everything in your hands. Turn it on, off, customize. Go to... No, I'm not going to say it, but it's from Unattractive PX. Good comment. I'm glad we finally got a bot. It's about goddamn time. First time chatter. Wow, wow, wow.
What's wrong?
Ah, goddamn it. Forgot about that. Snake, you're spooking the Sokolov.
Snake, as I said before, this mission is...
That area is home to the reticulated python.
You fucking kidding
The
me?
reticulated python is said to be the longest snake in the world. It's not venomous, but it still poses a threat, so watch out.
How's my health? That's fine. I could eat a mushroom, though. Oh. Let me eat a rat. Okay. That was a good shot. That's toot my own horn too much. I can't believe I had fucking 4 suppressors that whole time.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. No problems detected.
Understood. Return to your position.
HQ. What's poppin'? Made you look. Give me that luscious sonar. Nice. Whew. There's our boy. There's our man. There's our boy. Incinerated precious documents. That Sly Devil.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's?
Cummings.
You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA.
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
Kept you waiting, huh?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You'll have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt?
No, Thunderbolt.
Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812,
Despicable
known
Me
as the
reference?
Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so?
That's such a funny detail that I forgot.
America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Snake. I go sneaking, neaking, neaking. Awful. Just awful. Oh, fuck boy. Damn, he knows what's up. Bro, he's gonna fucking pull a Kamehameha. Was that the end? Probably not, but it looked like it.
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh.
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
Wow.
He's the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
I love Baby Ocelot so much.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
God, he's cool. God, he's so lame. I'll take my hat back, please.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Not yet. God, that's fucking funny.
GRU operatives?
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
You're pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you alright?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Ah. Alright. Frame rate kind of sucks.
Saving the game, Snake?
Jeez.
Snake, have you seen Earth versus the Spider?
Nope.
Earth versus a
It's about
spider.
a spider that suddenly mutates
Let's
into
go.
a giant monster. They bring it into the city in a state of hibernation, but it wakes up and starts wrecking the place.
So why did the spider turn huge?
I told you, it suddenly mutated.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Snake, it's people like you that take all the fun out of watching movies. Always nitpicking and taking things too seriously. Honestly, why even bother? Look, the important thing isn't that it got big.
Then what is important?
The fact that there's a huge spider destroying the city.
Fuck yeah.
Suspend your disbelief. That's the whole point of movies.
Anyway.
You've created a time paradox. Snake, you can't go changing the future like that.
You've created a time paradox. Doink, 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 doink. Chemo paradox. Oh. Time paradox. I don't want that on my permanent record though. So do a little load, a cheeky little load. Don't see it coming. A cheeky little load. Blue Point did this. Blue Point's pretty fun. I'm not super happy with the Demon's Souls remake. No. Okay. time paradox. That's impossible. Got anything good on you? Mousetrap? The board game? I'm able to catch a Tsuchinoko with that. No one else, huh? Oh, this is just Ocelot. Oh, that's a funny detail. Oh, I can't believe it. That's actually kind of crazy. Only one of them got tranked. So only one of them is sleeping. Damn. That's wild. Is there anything up here? Isn't like a nice LF med? That's where you can see the fucking frog from. Should probably change out of this. Tiger Stripe. Ooh, Flectarn. Even better. Anything cool this way? That's where you're supposed to shoot it from. Fucking Caroton. Fuck it. Trigger alert. Fuck. What's everyone saying?
Snake, stay alert. The KGB and GRU both have their sights set on Sokolov. GRU is a military espionage outfit, the intelligence wing of the Soviet Defense Ministry's General Staff Office. It competes with the KGB, which is under the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and the two are always watching each other.
Never let the left hand know what the right hand is doing.
Exactly. Now, added to that rivalry, there's a vicious power struggle going on between the Khrushchev faction and the anti-Khrushchev faction.
So Khrushchev is using the KGB, and Volgin and the anti-Khrushchev forces are using the GRU?
That's the idea. The two factions are fighting over Sokolov. We're in an extremely dangerous situation here.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Get Sokolov out of there safely. He must not be turned over to the KGB or to the GRU. Sokolov took off in the direction of the rope bridge. Get after him. Hurry!
Snake, there are rats living in that area. The rats in that area are the descendants of...
Major, have you been able to contact the boss?
Major.
No.
You really
The
think
boss.
it's bad reception?
We're looking into it.
Major.
Snake, you've got more important things to worry about than contacting the boss. Right now, Sokolov is out there wandering around the jungle alone. What are you going to do if he gets caught by the enemy? We're still looking into why we lost contact with the boss. I'll let you know as soon as we find anything out. In the meantime, it's your job to find Sokolov and get him to safety. Got it?
Safe to love.
Get Sokolov out of there safely. He must not be turned over to the KGB or to the GRU. Sokolov took off in the direction of the rope bridge. Get after him.
Alright. Suppose it's time to rock and roll.
You okay?
Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer.
The best.
They're coming for me.
Crew.
I'm finished.
Offer.
Calm down. I'll get you
Calm.
out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
Oh, fuck.
That's what they were making you build.
That's the Shagohod.
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain.
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No. This is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Jesus Christ.
The weapon's
Phase 2.
true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes.
We don't want
And
the
then
Cold War to
age of
end.
fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die.
Oh, fair enough.
I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
Boss.
Boss?
Moshi.
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
I forgot. I forgot about the bees.
Hornets.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
So goofy. I love this fucking game.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union.
No, fair enough.
Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
I'd like to know that too.
Think you can pull the trigger?
Oh, emasculating. Ooh.
He's seen my face.
How I feel when I stub my toe.
We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
The new blood has been rejected.
Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move?
Unbreak your arm,
You've
quick,
got to
Snake.
get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
No.
Major. The boss.
She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Can you just wait it out? That'd be really fun if you could wait it out. Whoa, is that a skeleton? What's a skeleton doing here? His face is red. I love this game so much. That should be good enough. Everything else just cuts, right? Cut, cut. Oh, there's a broken bone. Splint and bandage that up. What are you looking at? It's funny, it's like a really specific part of the skull that's hot. It's probably just the sunlight, actually. Alright, I'll do all the cure bullshit. Disinfect. Suture, all that. Good as new. Oh no. Oh fuck. Me when I stubbed the toe on my other foot. How do you know he's gonna need that?
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
We are dropping recovery balloon. Was that the Sorrow?
Shagohod.
Shut the fuck up, PlayStation. Bye. It's me, Snake Baby. What is a boy to do with all these scrambled eggs?
Excellent.
Normal reaction to acquiring nuclear armaments.
Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What is that ear texture?
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death?
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
That ain't good. This man has experienced a lot of radiation in his life, and it has surprisingly not affected him at all. Yeah, we can save. Let's go.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart
when you're so supreme.
I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
What a good song. What a gosh dang good old song.
Colonel Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad. So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
Fox die.
No. This Fox is still one step ahead of the Hound. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson?
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB-754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard that. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend.
Her name's the Boss.
During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells?
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. Serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove
There are a lot of plot elements that I just kind of forgot about this game.
The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
That's her. That's the boss.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Excellent. Did I just accidentally skip something? I hope not. You can fucking see her there. Kept you waiting, huh?
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss?
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square zero. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint.
Let's go, Sigint.
The latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, who are the Patriots? And Lali Lulelo.
Lali Lulelo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent. To the Khrushchev regime, at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
I'm still in a dream. Alright. I think it's, how's my food looking? Still the calorie mate. It's kind of funny to think that Snake had 3 snakes on him. In that fucking, one scene. Anyway.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
It's about time to call it, I think.
It's
been
been a
going
week,
for
hasn't
over
it?
3 hours.
4 days,
Damn.
actually.
That's pretty cray
I
cray.
visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Then you must have seen me naked.
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Better luck next time.
Let's hope so. But seriously,
Ooh.
don't forget that you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you start to run low, don't push yourself. Eat something to replenish your stamina. And try not to get yourself hurt. If you're wounded or get bitten by a venomous animal, go into the survival viewer immediately and treat yourself using Cure.
Yeah. I can see you still know how to nag.
You're welcome. And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Maybe so. By the way, I heard you're going to lose your medical license if this mission fails.
Yes, there was talk of that, but the mission won't fail, will it?
Of course not.
Good. I believe in
Wait,
you.
top secret.
But you know what? I really don't care about my medical license.
Didn't they use that to force you to participate in this operation?
No, I
Her
volunteered.
hair's red.
Why?
So that I could watch over you. Snake, you're the best agent I've ever seen. But you push yourself too hard. You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble, to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Stop right there. You can thank me when you get back.
All right.
Snake, I'm behind you 100%.
Thanks. That means a lot.
Snake, have you heard the movie about the giant spider? It's called 8 Scary Legs. Wait, where am I? On the map. Okay, start in a different area. This must be where you fall from. Okay. Well, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, anyone who may have watched, and I will, bye.